When it comes to semen retention, the vast majority of people are not going to experience the benefits. Those benefits include reclaiming your time, reclaiming your energy, and reclaiming your motivation. And in today's brief video, I'm going to talk about exactly why people often fall short of achieving their NoFap or semen retention goals, especially when it comes to the year of 2023. If you're new to the channel, my name's Dr. Frank. I'm the founder of AddictionMindset recovery coaching programs, which are dedicated to helping people quit nicotine, THC, energy drinks, and adult media content, substances I once struggled with. The reality of No Nut November or semen retention programs is for many of them, they're simply not long enough. I did not consume massive amounts of adult media content, but when I struggled with adult media content addiction, it was something I watched on a daily basis, usually in the evening hours. And I mean, we're only talking 10 minutes per evening, okay? Not including binging, kind of more risque content on social media. If we're talking straight adult media, 10 minutes a night, every night for years. That was my addiction. When I quit, I struggled with withdrawals. And when I've relapsed, I have struggled with the withdrawal symptoms. And these withdrawal symptoms, in my opinion, rank right up there with nicotine, weed, and other substances, especially when it comes to the emotional levels of irritability, when it comes to the insomnia, when it comes to the anger, the frustration, the depression. These withdrawals are serious. And withdrawals, what I find from semen retention or adult media content, typically don't start to resolve between somewhere ranging 15 to 30 days. Now, if you go on Reddit, a lot of people talk about dealing with porn withdrawal symptoms up to 90 days. So if your goal is to experience the benefits of a NoFap journey or a semen retention journey, and you're only doing 30 days, well, the first 15 days, the first 20 days, you might straight feel like garbage because you're going through withdrawal and you're detoxing this drug from your body. Your brain is healing during this time, and that often doesn't feel good. So now you're only trying to lock in those benefits for the remaining 10 to 15 days of the month. So my first thing when it comes to No Nut November or most people's journeys is they're not giving it enough time to actually experience the benefits. If you look at anything that claims to raise testosterone, whether it's a supplement or testosterone replacement therapy, typically people are running a cycle for several weeks, right? 6 weeks, 8 weeks, 12 weeks, whatever it may be. Progress doesn't happen overnight. And if we're talking about years of pornography addiction, to anticipate that we're going to feel better in a 30-day time period is a false expectation. And what happens is people often don't feel better. They're 15 days in, 20 days in to No Nut November, and then they relapse. And this is a large reason why people never get to experience the true benefits of semen retention or NoFap. Now, look, I don't know about the whole thing. You're going to have clearer skin. You're going to have higher testosterone, right? Your sleep's going to be better. Your whole life is going to improve. You're going to be in God mode. I don't know about that. But I can tell you this with certainty. If you're no longer watching porn, if you're practicing NoFap, you're changing a behavior. And chances are that behavior is toxic behavior, right? And I'm going to guess that that behavior is associated with other behaviors. When I would smoke weed, I would watch more porn. When I would consume nicotine and hit my vape all night long scrolling social media, that would then lead into pornography eventually. So when you get rid of porn, you're also probably going to inherently start to limit other behaviors, or you're probably going to have to limit other behaviors in order to eliminate porn. Quit smoking weed to quit watching porn. Quit using nicotine to quit watching porn. Quit drinking alcohol on a weekend, on a night out, to only then wind up going home and watching porn if you're intoxicated. You might need to stop that. So by quitting the behaviors that are often associated with pornography consumption, I think we would see an increase in testosterone. I think we would see an increase in sleep, an increase in overall health. And most importantly, you're going to get the benefit of reclaiming how you're spending your time. If you're not watching porn, whether it's for 5 minutes a night or 2 hours a day, you're reclaiming your time. And what you do with that time is what is going to result in the benefits of NoFap. So are you going to take that time that you're not watching porn and are you going to work out? Maybe you're going to do what I do. I love to read in the evenings. That's a great time to read. That's a great time to work on your side hustle. Maybe you're into stocks, and instead of watching porn, you're spending that time reading stock articles. Maybe you're trying to start a YouTube channel or a TikTok channel or a social media channel. Maybe your time watching porn becomes time that you're developing your social media content, editing it. Maybe this is time that you're writing copy, you're writing emails, you're working on that other career path. The time that you get back that's being wasted on pornography and the amount of emotion that you're dumping into pornography is invaluable. And this is a benefit that everyone's going to reclaim. The reason why people won't reclaim it, though, is because when you first get that time, a lot of people don't know what to do with it. They don't know what to do with that time in the evening. And then they just wind up relapsing because they say, well, I'm bored. It was because I'm bored. So getting your time back, that's a great point to work on your health, work on your side hustle, or increase your education. Those are 3 things I would recommend doing immediately if you're replacing pornography or your NoFap with something else. Next, your energy levels are going to go up. This is reported among most people who participate in Seamen Retention and NoFap, and I believe this. Look, when we're watching porn, we're giving our energy to pornography. We're giving our energy to a phone, to a computer, to a device. And I believe firmly we reclaim our energy when we quit watching porn. And hey, if at the same time you stopped using nicotine and stopped smoking weed, of course you're going to have more energy. Next, and maybe one of the most important ones, is you're going to reclaim your motivation to do things again. When you quit watching pornography, inherently, you may also have to consider a social media detox. For my sober October, this is what I did: a pornography and a social media detox. When you do this, you're rebalancing your dopamine levels. When you're addicted to porn, when you're addicted to weed, when you're addicted to nicotine, your brain enters a state of dopamine deficit. And dopamine is what is responsible for motivation to go and do things. So when you quit watching pornography, now you're helping to rebalance those dopamine levels, which again, as I said earlier, is probably going to take more than 30 days. Your motivation is going to come back with a vengeance. So now you're actually going to have motivation to work on your side hustle, to work on your fitness, to start meal prepping again and eating healthier, to edit video content that you wanted to make for your social media career, write those emails that you've been trying to write for copy for businesses to make more money. By not watching porn, everyone, if you stick with it long enough, if you see it through, is going to reclaim time, energy, and motivation. And if we're using our time more appropriately, if we're feeling more energized, if we're being more motivated, I think inherently that's going to lead to clearer skin. That's going to lead to increased testosterone. That's going to lead to a better sense of overall well-being. That's going to lead to a better night's sleep, right? That's going to lead. When I'm performing my best, when I'm using my energy and my motivation appropriately, that's going to lead to healthier relationships, more significant, deeper relationships. All things that we lose when we're dumping our energy and our time and our health into pornography. Guys, I'm going to be making videos on this all month. I'm going to drop a video soon talking specifically about OnlyFans and why that type of pornography is, in my opinion, even more dangerous than the type of adult media content on Pornhub or other websites like that. So be sure to subscribe, be sure to stay tuned, and if you need help quitting weed, get the free 7-step guide in the pinned comment or the video description on how to quit. We'll be back at it again soon talking about OnlyFans right here on the Addiction Mindset channel.